great. There is no other option.
And your NCAA champion, Rob Crew.
We're going back to Omaha!
Play a high level of basketball and a game that's fun to watch.
We are a team, capital letters, team.
He's now called national champion, which is really neat.
Now we make it happen out there. Let's finish this thing on the field.
Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico, the Virginia Athletics Foundation, the Virginia Lottery, and by UVA Health System.
On this edition of Cavalier Sports Weekly.
So Chelsea, you're going to have to come up and take her. Yeah, don't let her come to you.
Welcome to Cavalier Sports Weekly. I'm Matt Murray from the swim team. We have a lot of great highlights on today's show. But first, let's take a look at the men's basketball highlights against Georgia Tech.
We talked about freeing your mind up and competing and not being worried about where we're ranked, trying to keep this thing going. Just come out and play. Be who we are and play.
Virginia will have the basketball now. Again, leading in this game by a point, 4-3, 4 minutes in. Here's a pass inside. Harris pulls up, and he drills the jumper from 10 feet away. Now the Jackets rotating around the outside. Here's Rice taking it into the lane. His runner rims around, no good. Fighting for the rebounds, picked up off the floor by Evans. He's racing off the other way with numbers. Hands it off now to Zaglinski. He lays it in with a left hand, and Virginia extends now on an 8-3 lead. Zaglinski feeds to Scott, top of the arc. He'll pass near wing right. Evans slashing his way through the lane, floats one off the window and good. A nice looking shot.
That's my type of game, getting to the paint, finishing. That's what I worked on all summer. Also getting to the paint and finding my shooters. I think I did that very well tonight.
He's defended at the top of the arc now by Morris. Dribbles with the right hand. Passes off a bounce feed over to Harris. Harris pulls up, and he drills the three-pointer from the near side right. Evans takes a step inside the arc. 6 seconds to shoot now. He's at the free throw line. Nice feed underneath to Harris, and Harris leans into his man and banks the shot off the window and good.
I take what the defense gives you, and sometimes, you have the outside shot, those mid-range shots. And other times, you'll be having those curls to the basket, and, today was just kind of one of those games where Georgia Tech was really trying to take away the outside shots and the shots period for that matter. I got a lot of open looks cutting into the lane and just kind of giving guys pump fakes and getting into the lane and taking all the way to the rim.
Here's Jontel Evans taking it to the lane. He feeds it out to Harris. Harris puts up a little runner in the lane. That one bounces off the backside of the iron and drops for him. Well, they'll try to get the rhythm. They're just missing some shots here. Here's Harris dribbling between defenders. He puts up a runner. That's too short. Ball pinballs around back in Harris's hands. He puts it off the window and good on the second effort.
We got off to a good start offensively. Got a lot of nice looks. I thought Joe was real sharp early and got us off to a good start. And then our defense kind of took hold and we made them earn.
Jackets this season struggling from long range at just 31%. That's last in the league. Here's a pull-up jumper, and Mike Scott connects from about 18 feet away. Virginia's on an 8-0 run.
Against Duke, when we first came out in the second half, that first 10 minutes is kind of what lost us the game. All of us kind of took a note of that, and we talked about it at halftime and before we got on the floor.
Mike Scott now trying to spin his way on Miller. Miller gets a hand in his face, but he makes the shot anyway on that baseline. That is nearly indefensible. Cavaliers leading 41-22. Both free throws good from Holsey, and now it's Harris with a nice move as he lays it in with a right hand as he floats it off the window and good. He now has 12 points total. Here's Evans taking it to the lane. He feeds it off underneath. Now out to Zaglinski, top of the arc. His three-pointer is up and good. Sammy needed that to get him back on track. Rebound there for Evans. Evans goes in transition the other way. Feeds ahead to Harris, who streaks down the lane and lays it in with a left hand. He's got 10:44 on the clock, 10 seconds to shoot. Dribbles with a left hand, now feeds to Zaglinski. Zaglinski with 7 on the shot clock. Unloads from 3, and he cans another one. Sammy's perfect here in the second half from long range.
Sammy really created his own shot with the fake there.
Here's a steal from Atkins. Here he goes. Showtime. He throws it down with a two-hand slam. Darion with 2 large steps. That was all it took. Malcolm Brogdon feeding to Harris, 6:51 to go. Virginia out in front comfortably and perhaps battling some focus issues here of late. Have not been tested much tonight. I guess that's certainly a good thing. Mike Scott with his foot on the three-point line launches one up and just bangs it home.
I missed some easy ones and right inside. I think I just got to work on my touch inside, working on finishing with contact. Still need to improve my game, but I just let the game come to me, stay poised, and take shots that were given to me.
5 minutes to go, inside of 5 minutes. Brogdon going to pass it off to Harris. He's at the top of the circle. Feeds to Atkins. Atkins looking inside, nothing going. Now to Scott from the elbow, left alone. You don't do that very often to get away with it. Mike Scott drills it from 15 feet away.
I think we caught him on an off night, and we were right, and that can happen. So to come in here and get a convincing road when it's just a win, but to play solid and get it, that's, again, didn't expect it to be like this, but certainly we're going to take it and hopefully keep building on it.
This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome back to our show. Our women's basketball team had 2 key ACC games this week. Let's take a look at the highlights.
Left side of the lane, Chelsea, back to Moore. Moore attacks with the right hand, down the lane, the floater is good with the right hand. Virginia looking sharp offensively. Franklin swings it left baseline to Moore, curling in the lane, got it to Shine. Right wing jumper, good.
We've been talking a lot as a group just offensively to have a better pace to our offense. And I thought there were times when we had a good pace tonight and there were times when we didn't. And that's just a work in progress for us.
Right wing to Mincy, got it to Kaiser on the right block. Kaiser out to Rogers for 3, top of the key, good. Kim Rogers knocks it down, 4-point lead for Maryland.
I thought their post played pretty physical with us down the stretch, and we didn't really match that. If we're making buckets or not making buckets, we can do things. We can make free throws. We can, box out off free throw line. We can weak side rebound. We can do those things, and the game got away from us, I think, a little bit in those areas.
Here comes Lexi, spinning away from traffic into the front court. Kicks right wing to Franklin. Improves her position, got it into Gerson. Wide open on the baseline, laid it in. Moore nowhere to go. Got it left corner to Gerson. Gerson with 5 to shoot. Open for 3 and drilled it. Moore chases. Mincy moving left to right. Mincy hands off to Kaiser, left baseline, laid it in transition. With 30 seconds to Gerson. Gerson attacks down the lane, the layup no good. Battle for the rebound. Grabbed and tapped out. And grabbed by Tiana Hawkins. Oh, they had a chance to get it. And the Cavaliers not going to foul. And that's going to do it. We'll throw it up in the V-Sabre logo, and we're underway. She'll lob it to Gerson, driving hard, left baseline, explodes, and laid it off the window. 11-10, Virginia by 1. They get it into Stroman on the right baseline, off the window, and good with the right hand. She'll dribble with the right hand and give to Moore. Moore attacks right baseline. Fadeaway jumper is pretty. Splash it through for Ari. 14-12, Virginia by 2 at 11:30. Going to kick it to Moore on the left sideline, and she'll dribble and then throw it right back to Kelsey Wolf. Gets it into Pitts on the left block. Jasmine has it taken away by Maria Brown. She'll outlet to Shanice Johnson. Johnson right to left in transition, gives to Ederstrom. Ederstrom, pull-up jumper, nope, dumps it wide open. Bullock on the baseline, laid it off the window with the left hand. Here's Moore going left baseline. Moore dumps it off to Pitts in the lane. Pitts powers up and laid it off the window with the right hand. Wolf will dribble, go back door to Gerson, right baseline, dumps it into Pitts. The hook is good in the lane. 22-20, Virginia by 2 at 7:13. In a 2-3 zone. Free throw line to Morgan Stroman. Stroman shot, fake, and drive. Got down the left side of the lane, layup, and the foul. She'll drive with the right hand, got down the baseline and missed the right-hand runner, but it's taken back by Wolf. Dumps off to McCall, who laid it off the window with the left hand. Man-to-man for Miami. They give it to Pitts. Pitts will drive with the right hand down the right baseline. Layup, and the foul! To the key. Back to Gerson. Lob for Pitts. Pitts on the baseline. Missed the layup. Rebound, Shanice Johnson up high to get it. Looking for Raquana Williams. Attacks left baseline. Layup and the foul. Got right by Moore. Moore with 4 to shoot. Oh, found Pitts wide open it back to Moore at the top of the arc. Lobbing for Shine on the right baseline. Blocked by Morgan Stroman as she went to the basket. Rebound, Shanice Johnson. Johnson down the left side of the lane, all the way coast to coast, laid it off the window.
We just don't have a lot of margin for error, and we did all the things we needed to do defensively. We executed for the most part throughout the game. We forced 27 turnovers, but it was probably our poorest free throw shooting night that we've had all year. And, we had 24 attempts at the line and, made 11. So I think that in particular really hurt us.
Moore in the middle of the floor, off the high screen from McCall. Moore behind the back dribble, fadeaway jumper is good. Shoots in the laser from the right elbow. They try to double her with McGuire and Saunders. Got it to Shine, she'll turn it face and get it to Moore. Moore up the right sideline into the front court, explodes right baseline, layup off the window. Left wing to Moore as they move the ball with 6 to shoot. Moore throws it back out, nowhere to go, and Williams picks it off. Williams the other way in transition, glides in, missed the layup. Shanice Wilson got the rebound and follows. Johnson off the screen from Bullock. Dumps inside to Shanice Wilson, layup off the window with the left hand, and she's fouled. They get it into Moore on the right side. Moore off the high screen from McCall. Moore going left baseline, little hesitation move, the right hand floater is good. That's a pretty move from Ariana Moore. 49-46 and a steal by Gerson. Gerson cutting back the other way. Pull-up jumper right, elbow is good! Virginia with the answer, and they're within one. 49-48 as the crowd comes alive at the JPJ. Shanice Johnson, top of the key with 7. With 6, uses the high screen. McCall switches out on her. Johnson goes left baseline, laid it in, and the foul on McCall, and that's her 5th. If it is. 17, 16 to shoot, 31 in the game. 54-53 Miami. Johnson off the high screen. Johnson going right wing, fadeaway 3, no good. Rebound, grabbed by Wilson on the baseline. Timeout Katie Meyer, and Wilson with a huge rebound.
It's kind of our Achilles heel. I mean, that happened in another game where we get the stop and then we don't secure the rebound, and then they get those second chance opportunities or toughness plays down the stretch or whatever you want to call it. It's just we gotta finish those things out.
Virginia down by 3, got to have the 3 now. 56-53 Miami, right sideline inbounds from Lexi Gerson. Virginia needs a play here. So Gerson from the right base sideline. They got it into Moore. Moore, right wing 3 is an air ball with 2 seconds, with 1 second. Pitts fires it up to tie. No good. Miami escapes. 56-53, and another tough loss for this University of Virginia team.
We're early in ACC play. We haven't gone through every team yet, so there's a lot of basketball to be played. And we've been so close on so many of these games that in the second half of the first part of the season, ACC, and then the second, we have so much experience going in that as long as we stay together and keep working hard, I just think that all this hard work is going to pay off. It's a journey. It's not going to come overnight, and I keep telling them we're going to get one of them, and I know we will. I know they're ready for it.
This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by UVA Health System, dedication beyond measure.
Last week, our women's basketball team defeated Virginia Tech. Here is an inside look at how they prepared for the game.
You kind of need to throw out what you might think of them in terms of their record. You need to understand that they're very good and very capable, and they're very, very confident right now.
They really lock up on defense. They get a lot out of their starting 5, especially their 3 guards.
That's who they are, but we need to be who we are from the very start. Hey, she likes to catch it outside the lane, and shoot a little shot like that, whether it's mid-range, she's got 15-foot range, does not shoot the 3, down screen, on-ball screen, opposite side. Her shot off the on-ball screen, they could kick it, they might work it back to the post. All right, and their man, when they hard hedge as well, they're going to get out there and they're going to try to swipe at something. 1, 3 together. 1, 2, 3. Together!
Come on, here we go, Josh. Back pedal, go. Let's get going, guys. Start waking up. Stand tall. Reach back, stand tall. Remember, try to keep your hips square to the ground.
Okay, practice today, and so this is how you want to perform tomorrow. Okay, here we go.
Let's go.
Change it, y'all.
up, Kelsey. Good scramble. Good scramble. Rebound. Let's go, Kelsey.
So come off, and just roll to the short corner, all right? Yep. Chelsea, you're gonna have to come up and take her. Yeah, don't let her come to you.
Now what that does, Chelsea's holding that. Simone's over here. Now it gets you able to be aggressive, right?
If we don't go hard to that, they're gonna pass back up. She's gonna shoot this all night. All night. Love to curl this. Okay? Shot right here. They love to take that shot off the curl. Good job, you guys.
Much better practice, much better focus, much better energy, okay? You gotta bring that every day. Get back to who we are, okay? Let's get back to who we are. Shooters, here we go.
On offense, they like to set a lot of screens, a lot of on-ball screen action.
Watch for her to reject the ball screen, so we're gonna take her into the ball screen. Key step to the short. Okay, Drew, come over.
We gotta get this trap going so it allows people to get back to where they need to be.
Right.
Hey guys, be ready for tonight, right? Defend, rebound, pace on offense.
That's what we do. Come on.
If one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with a success unexpected in common hours. Mr. Henry David Thoreau.
Go, baby. Keys to the game, you guys. Team defense. You gotta fly around. You gotta trap aggressively. And pace on offense. So go at a pace that our shots are good shots. Okay, here we go. All right, you guys got another opportunity at home. Take advantage, all right? Together! We attack! Together! We attack! Together! We attack!
Virginia in the home whites, and we are underway. McCall back to the basket, hands off to Franklin. The jumper top of the key is good. Here's Moore, behind the back move, explodes down the lane. The finger roll is good. What a move! Wolf curling in the lane, right baseline. Shine is open, drilled the jumper.
That was a nice offensive rhythm.
Backing up, Shine switches off to Hurt. Got it to Fanine and lost it out of bounds. Franklin on the right sideline. Now to Gerson, open for three. 3, 2, and 1. And Virginia will gut it out and get to 14 and 4. 52-39, Virginia with the win.
You played your tails off in the second half. Your defense created easy offense for you. You didn't have to go court-to-court execution in every possession. Big game on Monday. Prep, focus, buy-in.
Coming up after the break. This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by the Virginia Athletics Foundation. You are the foundation.
Swim season is underway. We caught up with senior captain Kelly Flynn.
I signed with the University of Washington out of high school. The swim team was cut in May after my first year. So I had basically a month to transfer somewhere before you start signing up for classes. A lot of schools did not want to take on a transfer that late, but Mark was nice enough to invite me on a trip here, and I fell in love that summer and thus started my career at UVA. My role as a captain this year is primarily to help the first years in the transition from high school swimming and club swimming into college swimming. There's a huge difference. You no longer swim for yourself, you swim for UVA, so you are representing something far greater than you. I really think of Mark as more than a swim coach. He's a life coach, and I know how lucky I am to be here. I know how fortunate I am to be part of the team, so I really treat every day as a blessing. I know I'm so fortunate to be a member and a captain of UVA, so I really treat each day like it's something special, because it is. This year's been going really well. We have 8 brand new girls, and we lost 8 girls last year, so it's interesting to see the dynamic between last year and this year. They're very different, but this year is going to be really, really fast, and we're going to surprise a lot of people.
Thanks for watching Cavalier Sports Weekly. We have some great home games this week, so come out and support the Cavaliers. Swimming and diving host their first home meet of the year next Saturday against Pitt at the AFC. And men's basketball hosts Virginia Tech on Sunday and Boston College on Thursday. We'll be back next week with more highlights and great stories from Virginia athletics. I'm Matt Murray, and until next time, go Hoos!
Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Virginia Lottery, helping Virginia's public schools. And by the UVA Health System, dedication beyond measure. And by the Virginia Athletics Foundation. You are the foundation.